Good evening. We would like to present our paper titled Conserving Cultural Heritage Irrigation Infrastructures with the case study of Karangtalun irrigation system in Indonesia. For the introduction part, we would like to explain the condition of the Karangtalun irrigation system, which is a cultural heritage based on a governor decree in 2021. At first, the irrigation canals were built in 1909 by the Dutch Indies government, and it was called Van der Wijk Leiding. This channel starts in Karangtalun Weir as the inlet for the irrigation canal, and then it is used to irrigate sugar plantations in Sleman and Bantu regencies. During the reign of the 9th Sultan, he proposed to build an irrigation canal to connect Progo and Opak River. In the past, this was also known as the Yusiro Canal because it was built during the Japanese occupation, and hence it's now called the Mataram Canal. In 1980, the government of the Republic of Indonesia improved the condition of the Karangtalun Well, but then after that there was no big rehabilitation until up to 2021 when the river basin organizations Rayu Opak rehab most part of the canals, including the two sub-systems, the Van der Wijk main canal and the Mataram Canal. And for this study, we propose to see it from the socio-ecological system framework. The method we use, we will peel the context of the Karangtalun irrigation system through an empirical inquiry with case study methodology, qualitative method, in-depth observation for the last 3 years of the rehabilitation process, and we peel it through the social system, ecological system, and the interrelation using the action, intervention, and ecosystem services. As a result, for the social system, we evaluated and visualize all the stakeholders mapped in this irrigation system management. We have the River Basin Organization, the Regional Agency for Public Works, and we have also the Irrigation Commission and the Water Council, both for the River Basin level and the provincial level. And also on the side, we have the Water User Organization Association and Water User Association Federation, and they are all working together in deciding and determining the water allocation for the irrigation system, and also to communicate problems and operation, also maintenance of these canals. And so for the multi-level governance existed in this irrigation area, we have the national and regional and also municipal level, but only for the municipal level right now we only include the Water User Association, because the municipalities, they don't really determine the planting pattern, as it was crossing too many municipalities, and it is between two provinces of Central Java and Yogyakarta special region. For the cultural conservation activities, we would like to remind that there are some points that needs to be noted, that based on this decree, the governor of special region of Yogyakarta in 2021, we are required to do our rehabilitation within the Cultural Conservation Act, Article 77, and under this regulation, the rehabilitation is fulfilling the criteria as a cultural conservation structure for a single and multiple elements and partially and wholly merged with natural formations because it's also connecting with the river system. And we are required to do some feasibility studies for the adaptation of the cultural heritage. As for the result on the hydrological system as part of ecological system, we point out here the whole river basin territory of Progo Pak Serang, and where the Karangtalun is connecting between the Progo and Opak catchments. And so it is likely going to take the water from the Progo and then transfer it basin-wise to Opak. And it was also a way to spread wealth, especially in this case is water, and transfer it to the less rain areas of the Opak basin. And in this chart you will see the average water balance for each year. Actually, Progo still in this location still has quite a high discharge, and currently for the Weir, the red and blue diagrams noting the amount of water used for the whole annual program of Karangtalun irrigation area. And we also noted here the hydrograph or flood reach for Progo, which during some months of the monsoon season, especially now it's changing from December to February, where the highest peak of the flood is happening. We had to have some flood control in the intake of Karangtalun, so that we will provide enough water and not overflowing the downstream part of the irrigation areas, and also protecting our municipalities, which through the canal is actually going to be flooded as well if we are not very careful in maintaining the discharge there. And for action interventions, we explain here the technical data of the Karangtalun irrigation system. From the social aspect, the human, we exercise the water allocation through the Weir, and this is called the action intervention, where we divide the water from Karangtalun Weir that originates from the Mount Merapi. Also, this is one of the most active volcano in the world, and also a very interesting context that has to be highlighted here. So whenever there is an eruption, there would be lahar flood, and during those flood all the intakes needs to be closed, otherwise there's only going to be volcanic debris coming into the irrigation canal. And in this canal we provided 12.5 meter cubic per second, which is divided 7.5 to the Matram canal and 5 to the Van der Weyck canal. And we also have raw water supply for the Pidam downstream, and suppletion to the Larang sub river of Opak, around 8,000 hectare. And along these action interventions, we did some upgrading and rehabilitation, which adapted the cultural heritage conservation and current functionalities. First, we still use the stone masonry because it was required from the Agency of Cultural in the Sultanate region of Yogyakarta. And so the philosophy is to allow groundwater infiltration, so we are not allowed to make any fortification for the canal bed. and the Mataram and Vanderwijk canals help in fill up the communities well along the canal, so they also function as long storage in this case. Additional main gate we also propose in the dividing canals of Vanderwijk and Mataram. Here we place mechanical electrical gates to adapt to current situation, that sometimes we need to turn off one of the canal, and we can no longer use the main intake upstream, because sometimes we only need to turn off the one in Mataram or the one in Vanderwijk. Otherwise, we will have to stop the water from the main intake. And now number 3, we also rehab a little bit of the weir condition, because of the stilling pool still has some earlier lahar debris from Mount Rapi, and the last it was erupted in 2018 when it flows lahar. Before that, it was the biggest one in 100 years in 2010. So we still have to do some maintenance of the riverbed there. And so we add up landscape and park areas by the weir for educational and tourism purposes, and also to celebrate the unique cultures and for the 2 neighboring provinces of Central Java and Yogyakarta Special Region. This way, it will also elevate the meaning of the cultural heritage of the site and also the irrigation area, and people will understand that this is not just some canals, but it has also philosophical and also historical meaning behind it. For the ecosystem services, the irrigation canal is servicing about 5,000 hectares of paddy fields, but some of them are also unregistered freshwater fisheries. The water allocation in the documents here stated that is only designed to from 1 to 1.5 liter per hectare. But runoff from the Mataram Canal is also used for the urbanized area and used also as a drainage system, so it has multifunctionalities. The canals also function as long storage, as I've said before, for the irrigation and groundwater basin infiltration. And the fourth is water tourism is the side effect of the rehabilitated irrigation canals. During our MYC of 2021 to 2020, the Vanderwijk Canal has already made some festivities and festivals to celebrate water flowing through the region, and they did it in fact to commemorate the 10th Sultan being in charge. So the celebratory of Sultanate every year. And this is also some data of the irrigated area, which also the ecosystem services that is provided by the irrigation canals. And so the conclusion, the SES framework is a powerful lens, and we use this to explain the context of social system, which has some main factors and unique condition of the Sultanate within the Republic that helps to cultural conservation efforts, and the implementation of IWM frameworks helps with the current multi-level governance, and the hierarchical system as part of the ecological system is chosen as the focus of the paper, because otherwise it would be too wide. It is the water from Progo River, and it is poor condition due to Karangtalun weir, and it is located in the Progo Opak Serang River territory. The action intervention is the Karangtalun irrigation itself, with the cultural heritage regulation and efforts of RBO in rehabilitating it. The ecological services points out the water irrigation, drainage function, long storage for water interpretation of groundwater, and also water tourism. The successful of rehabilitation this cultural heritage uses adaptation strategies to answer current and future challenges, and supported by the complex multi-level governance of irrigation under this volcanic river basin condition, and also the Sultanate regime within the Republic, the setup of the collaboration between the RBO, regional agencies, and water use associations. And so we would like to thank you for these opportunities, and we look forward for your feedbacks. Thank you.